The 1970s, a decade marked by gas shortages, emissions regulations, and the supposed death of American muscle. But even as horsepower numbers officially declined, Detroit still managed to produce some crazy fast machines. Today we're counting down the 8 fastest American production cars of the 1970s, the survivors that kept the flame of performance alive during its darkest days. At number 8, we got the 1970 Plymouth Roadrunner SUPERBIRD. Top speed of 150 miles per hour. With its cartoonish wing and aerodynamic nose cone, the SUPERBIRD looked like something that was never seen on American roads. Built specifically to dominate NASCAR, the street version packed either a 440 six-pack or the legendary 426 HEMI, pushing this winged warrior to 150 miles per hour. While technically a 1970 model, the SUPERBIRD set the tone for the decade to come. Outrageous styling paired with some serious performance credentials. At number 7, we got the 1970 Plymouth HEMI CUDA, 151 miles per hour, and perhaps the most valuable muscle car of the era today. The HEMI CUDA was Mopar's ultimate expression of raw power in 1970. With the 426 HEMI making an underrated 425 horsepower, these E-body monsters could blast through the quarter mile in under 14 seconds and reach a top speed of 151 miles. Numbers that would remain impressive decades later. At number 6, we got the 1973 Pontiac FIREBIRD Trans Am SD 455. As other manufacturers abandoned performance, Pontiac engineers fought back. The Super Duty 455 was their statement of defiance, a meticulously engineered power plant with reinforced blocks, special camshaft, and a free-flowing exhaust. Despite the Aero's low compression requirements, the SD455 Trans Am could hit 152 miles and run the quarter mile in 13.8 seconds, making it possibly the last true muscle car of the original era. At number 5, we got the 1978 Dodge Lil Red Express, and in a twist nobody saw coming, one of the fastest American vehicles of the late 70s was a truck. Exploiting a loophole in emissions regulations, Dodge installed a police spec R360 V8 into their step-side pickup, topped with iconic vertical exhaust stacks. The result was the Little Red Express, a 155 mile per hour pickup truck that could outrun a Ferrari in contemporary road tests, proving American performance hadn't completely disappeared. Number 4, we got the 1977 Pontiac Trans Am. Immortalized by Burt Reynolds and Smokey and the Bandit, the late 70s Trans Am combined Hollywood swagger with legitimate performance. The top W72 400 cubic inch engine made a respectable 220 horsepower, which was enough to push this black and gold icon to 160 miles per hour. While most American manufacturers had given up on performance, Pontiac kept the dream alive with what became the definitive American car of the disco era. At number 3, we got the 1970 Chevrolet CHEVELLE SS454 LS6, bumping up the top speed to 162 miles an hour, representing the pinnacle of the muscle car era. The 1970 Chevelle SS with the LS6 454 big block was rated to 450 horsepower, which is the highest factory horsepower rating of any muscle car. With its massive torque and quarter-mile times in the low 13s, the LS6 Chevelle could reach speeds of 162 miles per hour, making it one of the most fearsome street machines ever produced by Detroit. Number 2, we got the 1978 Chevrolet Corvette L82, I should say. And even as performance declined, the Corvette remained America's top sports car. 1978 25th anniversary model with the L82 engine option produced 220 horsepower, which is modest by today's standards but impressive for the late 70s. With its aerodynamic design and relatively lightweight, this Corvette could reach 165 miles per hour, proving that American engineering could still deliver thrilling performance despite the challenges of the era. And at number 1, we got the 1970 Ford Mustang Boss 429, outpacing everybody by a respectable margin of 10 miles an hour. At the very top of the list, standing the mythical Boss 429 Mustang. Built to homologate Ford's NASCAR engine, the Boss 9 featured a massive semi-hemispherical combustion chamber design and officially was rated at 375 horsepower, though it likely actually produced more. This hand-assembled beast could reach 175 miles per hour when properly geared. With fewer than 1,400 ever built, the Boss 429 represents the ultimate American performance machine at the dawn of the 1970s. The 1970s may have been a challenging time for American performance, but these 8 incredible machines proved that speed never completely disappeared from Detroit's vocabulary. They carried the torch through the dark times, ensuring that American performance would survive to fight another day. And it's interesting to see which models, are the foundation for the future that we see, obviously, in different performance vehicles. Obviously, we do have the Ford Mustang still respectively kicking butts with the 5-liter V8 to this day. Obviously, Chevy Corvette is also at the top of the performance vehicles in America. So again, given the fact that on this list we saw 4 plus models from GM themselves, they had a long lineage of this, and we can see also that really some design language obviously changed. There's different big body vehicles that we really loved and appreciate from the 60s and 70s, which is why we're going over this list as we see more and more people do restorations and whatnot. But what stood out to me, as I mentioned, was the Dodge Little Red. Like, who on their right mind decided to get a pickup truck going in a drag race in the 1970s? Like, pretty crazy, pretty innovative. And obviously to this day, we have the Ram TRX, the Ford Raptors, who are insane vehicles, obviously pack a punch 0 to 60 as well. So it's interesting to see how different vehicles impacted this, and exciting to see. Hope you guys enjoyed this top 8. Let me know your favorite vehicle out of these below, and if you have any history or knowledge that we didn't discuss.